Have you ever really stopped to think about it? Every time you flip a light switch, turn on a faucet, or drive over a bridge, it just works. But behind all of that, there's this hidden, brilliant science, an entire system dedicated to keeping our world running. That's what we're digging into today. Infrastructure asset management. I mean, it's the ultimate what if, right? What if we knew with real certainty when something was about to fail, when a disaster was on the horizon? Now, that might sound like something straight out of a movie, but believe it or not, when it comes to our infrastructure, we can actually do that. And honestly, it's a good thing we can, because right now, that system is sending out some pretty serious warning signals. The best way to think about it is like this. All the systems that support our modern lives, they're like one gigantic, incredibly complex patient. And that patient, it's not doing so hot. It's getting older, it's under a ton of stress, and it's definitely showing its age. And we're talking about the whole shebang, the roads and bridges you use for your daily commute, the pipes bringing clean water into your home, the grids powering, well, everything. It's this massive interconnected web that, let's be honest, we all pretty much take for granted. You see, there's this huge disconnect between what we expect and what's actually happening. We just want things to work flawlessly. But the people on the ground managing all this, they're fighting a constant uphill battle against aging materials, shrinking budgets, and that ever-present risk of something going seriously wrong. For a long, long time, the approach was, let's just say, not great. You'd basically just wait for something to break and then you'd scramble to fix it. This whole run-to-failure idea isn't just chaotic and expensive, it is incredibly dangerous. So if the old way was the emergency room, the new way is all about preventive medicine. It's a total mindset shift from reacting to crises to getting ahead of the problem with a smart, proactive treatment plan. Now, that's the official textbook definition, but what does it really mean? Well, it means you stop treating a bridge or a pipeline like a static chunk of concrete and steel. Instead, you treat it like a living thing with a predictable life cycle. The whole idea is to make smart, strategic calls to keep it healthy and in service for as long as possible. And this life cycle thinking is absolutely key. You're not just focused on the ribbon-cutting ceremony. You're thinking about how it will be operated, how you'll keep an eye on its health for decades, and pinpointing the exact right time to fix or replace it to save the most money. Each step is connected to the next. So, the main goal here is to get rid of the guesswork and the frantic crisis management. It's all about using data and solid analysis to manage risk and make the best possible choices. It's about knowing exactly where to spend that next dollar to get the biggest bang for your buck in terms of safety and longevity. Okay, but how? How do you know which specific pipeline or which particular bridge needs work before it becomes a headline? Well, that's where things get really exciting. This is where the digital revolution comes in and takes this whole field from being proactive to being truly predictive. The secret ingredient? The fuel that powers this whole new engine. It's data. And not just a little bit of data. We are talking about massive, mind-boggling amounts of it, flowing in from every piece of our infrastructure, painting this incredible real-time health chart of our world. And this is the toolkit that makes it all happen. You've got sensors embedded in bridges, basically acting like a nervous system, feeling for stress in real time. You have AI models sifting through decades of data to find patterns no human ever could. And you even have digital twins, perfect virtual replicas of real-world structures that you can test and abuse on a computer to see what would happen in real life. How cool is that? And right here, this is the absolute game changer. All of this amazing technology lets us change the entire conversation. We can stop asking what just broke and start asking the much, much smarter question. What is about to break, and what's the most intelligent thing we can do about it right now? So let's make this more concrete. AI isn't just some buzzword. It's actively figuring out the most efficient repair schedule. Those sensors, they're giving you a constant EKG on a tunnel's health. Mobile scanners can spot a tiny buckle in a railway track that could become a huge problem later. And the risk models tie it all together and basically tell the managers, hey, look over here. This is your biggest problem area. Focus your money and your people right here. So when you put it all together, this new proactive mindset, plus all this incredible predictive tech, what do you get? Well, the results are pretty amazing. You get infrastructure that isn't just constantly being patched up. You get infrastructure that's genuinely smarter, and most importantly, a whole lot safer. And the payoff is huge. It really boils down to 3 big wins. First, costs go way down. A planned repair is always cheaper than a middle-of-the-night emergency rebuild. Second, and this is the big one, you make everything safer by fixing things before they can turn into a catastrophe. And third, you actually make these super expensive assets last longer, stretching every single taxpayer dollar further. So here we are. The science is there. The technology exists. We have the ability to make our world more resilient and reliable than it has ever been. The tech is not the barrier anymore. The real question, the one we all have to answer, is a human one. Are we smart enough to make the kind of long-term investment needed to keep our world working?